Sandra Savea, and I did my shadow at Lumicera, and it's a specialty pharmacy. So they deal a lot with cancer drugs, autoimmune disease drugs, just a lot of the expensive ones that you don't usually see at a regular pharmacy. As a pharmacist, they do a lot of computer work, so it's a lot of the computer and over the phone. So they call patients, make sure that their medication is working, if they have any side effects, even ask them about screenings for their disease state, making sure that it's controlled. Just a lot of that is actually a really big part of their day. Um, and then they also get incoming calls as well from patients that have questions. They also do, sorry, they also, so like a technician or an intern will prepare a prescription, whether it's a transfer over the phone, and then they send it over to the pharmacist. Pharmacist will go over making sure the dosing is right. Obviously depending if they have like a kidney problem, then they got to look at making sure like the dosing is appropriate for that. So a lot of that stuff. And then once everything looks good, then they're gonna approve it and get it filled. And then they usually send it out like through mail to the person's house. Or to a specific pharmacy. So, like, you can send it to a house or a pharmacy or a doctor's office to have the patient pick up. So, that was pretty neat. You don't need to get typical training. You don't need to get additional training to work here. So they usually want someone that has experience at a specialty pharmacy, but that doesn't exclude you out if you don't. Like one of the pharmacists didn't have any experience, and he's working there and he likes it. But he did mention that connections is a big thing. So usually if you do a rotation there or if you're a technician or something there, that'll help you get into a specialty pharmacy much more than somebody that doesn't. And if you know people. So people is a big thing. So their hours are from 8:30 to 5 p.m. And pharmacists work during those hours, Monday through Friday. So yeah. What else? Okay, so my P4, her responsibilities is a lot on the computer and over the phone as well. So she takes in over the phone prescriptions, transfer prescriptions. Then she's gonna set it up on the computer. They have like their own specific system and way to do it. Once that's complete, they're gonna send it down to the pharmacist electronically. The pharmacist will then receive it and he will approve it or not. They also do same thing with patient assessment, so they'll call patients and make sure everything looks good with with their disease state more so, um, even with their medications actually. And then they also so like for example, the major corporate building is in Wisconsin, and so like they have their own little email system or like the iMessage system on the computer where anyone can email anyone, and like it's like an instant message. And so she got an instant message from someone in Wisconsin asking if she can do like a really quick research project for her, and so she ended up calling her. The lady in Wisconsin called my P4 and was like, hey, she wanted to know if there was an alternative to sterile water since there's a shortage for a certain drug. Um, and so what she had to do was look up the drug on Micromedics and see all the different manufacturers. She called each of the manufacturer, which were like a good five or six of them, and she had to call, wait over the phone till she could talk to someone and see if they were able to know if you can use like bactericidal water instead of sterile water for the specific drug when preparing it. So that took about a good 2 3 hours, like 2 hours, like um, a total that she had to do that for, and found out in the end that you had to have sterile water. So she ended up calling the lady back in Wisconsin and told her like, hey, you gotta have sterile water, can't do anything else, and then they can go off from there for making a decision on what to do. So that was like one of her duties, like her projects. And she does a lot of that stuff, which is pretty cool. Um, she also works from 8:30 to 5, Monday through Friday, and so she wants to do ambulatory care after her rotation, after her graduation, and I know she said it is competitive, but she wants to. Um, if she doesn't get in, then she'll get into something else. But that's her main thing. She doesn't want to work at. She doesn't want to. She's not a sitting down person. She'd rather move around, so she wouldn't work here. And then for me, I would. I don't. It was pretty cool to see everything. I don't know if it's for me. I don't mind sitting over the like computers, but I'm more of a person that'll like to walk around and get more stuff done, and like I'm more active, like in wanting. I can't really sit for a really long time. I could, but I don't know if I'd want to for like forever for my career. But it was pretty cool. Um, so yeah, that's all. Bye.